Cinderella stories from across the world. I can compare and contrast theme from stories from different cultures using key details from the text. So this is our big concluding project for this standard. Um, I've been really looking forward to doing this with you guys. So I'm going to walk you through step by step in this video on how we're going to do this project. So first, the proficiency scales. We're looking at a 3 or higher. So a 3 says, I can compare and contrast the themes and patterns of events in stories, myths, and traditional literature from different cultures. If you would like to achieve a 4 on this assignment, I can compare and contrast similar themes, topics, and patterns of events in stories, myths, and traditional literature from different cultures and evaluate their impact on culture. So seeing how do these stories affect either our culture or how did they affect the culture where they were written. Okay, here are the project details. Step 1, select 2 Cinderella stories from 2 different cultures. Step 2, listen to both texts and take notes on important characters and events from the story. 3, identify the common theme of both stories and then create a Venn diagram comparing and contrasting both texts. 4, last, write a text that explains how both cultures support a common theme by explaining the similarities and differences between the 2 stories. So here are the stories we have to choose from. There's Ye Shen, a Chinese Cinderella story. Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters, an African tale. Adelita, sorry, I'm pronouncing it terribly, a Mexican Cinderella story. The Egyptian Cinderella, and the Irish Cinderlad. So that one actually has a male character in it, which is kind of a different take on the story. If you click on any of these pictures, they will take you to a YouTube video where someone from that culture is reading the book to you. Again, you're going to pick 2 of these. If you want to listen to them all, great, but you need to pick 2 to do for your assignment. After you have picked yours, you're going to take some notes. So story 1, you're going to click on the text box and type your notes, and story 2, you're going to type your notes here. After you've taken your notes, you're going to identify the themes. So you're going to click in these boxes and highlight the themes that apply. So from story 1, if the theme was equality, you're going to highlight that and then highlight it in yellow. By coming up here to the top, you're going to change the highlight color to yellow. So then that tells me it's yellow. If it's the theme of story 2 is hope, then I'm going to highlight that. Click on the button and I'm going to highlight it in blue. And then any ones that they share, so say I found out later equality is something they both share, I'll highlight that one in green. Okay. I'm going to undo those really quick. Okay. After you've identified the themes, you're going to compare and contrast both stories. So story 1, the differences go here. The story 2, the differences go here, and then the similarities go in the middle. It doesn't quite look like a Venn diagram, but it's easier to type with the columns. Last but not least, you need to write a paragraph comparing and contrasting the theme of both these stories. How do these stories from different cultures share the same theme or central message? This is exactly like how we've been practicing. If you scroll to the side here, oh, it's not letting me. There should be a box right here in yours that shares some tips and details and sentence starters if you get stuck. Now remember, this is a complete paragraph. It should have an introduction, a body with connecting words, and a conclusion. Okay, it's complete sentence writing. Now, this project is going to take several days, so that's important for you to know as well as for your parents to know. You do not need to finish this in one day. Each day, I'm going to lay out the steps that you should get done, and then you'll mark those as done on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, again, message me.